Good evening, I'm Prasad. It's only Tuesday, but what a week it's been. All eyes were on Istana Negara today as the who's who in Malaysian politics arrived for an audience with the King, where His Majesty urged politicians to unite against COVID-19 and forge new politics. The leaders of every major political party in the country arrived at Istana Negara this afternoon to meet the Yang di Pertuan Agong. According to a highly placed source, the King met all party leaders at the same time, instead of one by one. This comes following the resignation of Muhyiddin Yassin as Prime Minister. It is still unclear who has the majority to be the next Prime Minister, but we got a glimpse of what was discussed between the King and leaders from the political parties. According to PKR President Anwar Ibrahim, all those in attendance had a consensus to stop old politics.
Saya, Saudara Guan Eng, Saudara Mat Sabu dan lain-lain daripada UMNO, PAS, Warisan, Pejuang yang telah dan juga bersatu, yang telah memberikan pandangan masing-masing, tapi semuanya nampak ada satu persefahaman konsensus untuk menghentikan politik lama.
Elaborating on this, Anwar said the victors should not act as those before them and oppress the losers. Meanwhile, speaking to Malaysiakini, Sepangga MP Aziz Jaman revealed that Warisan will throw support behind Anwar if the PKR leader can get the numbers. However, should Anwar fail to cobble together a majority, Warisan then wants him to return the favour and support Warisan President Muhammad Shafee Apdal's attempt. To have a simple majority, a Prime Minister candidate would need the support of at least 111 MPs. There are currently 120 MPs. 2 seats in the Dewan Rakyat are vacant. Among those seen arriving at Istana Negara today were PKR President Anwar Ibrahim, Amanah President Muhammad Sabu, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, past Deputy President Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man, Bersatu Secretary General Hamzah Zainuddin, DAP Secretary General Lim Guan Eng, GPS Chairperson Abang Johari Openg, and Pejuang's Mukris Mahathir. The audience with the King may have gone well, but the palace will still need MPs to state who they support clearly and in writing. But before that, if you'd like to see us continue holding those with or without a majority accountable, do support the channel. It will help us a lot. So click on the link below and be an ally to Free Press. Members of Dewan Rakyat have been instructed to submit the name of one MP they support to be the 9th Prime Minister. The instruction comes from Istana Negara and was sent by Dewan Rakyat Speaker Azhar Azizan Harun to all MPs this morning. They will have until 4 p.m. tomorrow to do so. The letter has to be submitted through fax, email or WhatsApp and addressed to Nazim Muhammad Alim, the Private Secretary to the Agong. Azhar said hand-delivered or late submissions would not be entertained. Azhar also reminded MPs to maintain secrecy over the contents of the letter. Muhyiddin Yassin resigned as Prime Minister yesterday after failing to hold on to his majority. He is currently serving as caretaker Prime Minister. Remember how Muhyiddin kept saying he still has the largest number of MPs backing him? Someone asked him if there's a possibility he could return, and he didn't deny it. Muhyiddin Yassin may have resigned as Prime Minister, but that does not mean he's about to retire. In fact, he appears to be open to the idea of returning as the Prime Minister. Speaking to editors of mainstream media outlets yesterday, which was not aired live, Muhyiddin was asked about his thoughts on the possibility of being reappointed as the Prime Minister. In a recording obtained by Malaysiakini of the meeting, Muhyiddin said, quote, "Well, let's see." He added that by right this should not happen. However, he reiterated that he is still the person who commands the support of the largest number of MPs, but short of a majority. Muhyiddin said other MPs have also claimed that they commanded a majority but have never been able to prove it. Meanwhile, the Bersatu Supreme Council, which convened last night to deliberate on Muhyiddin's resignation, wants the Bersatu President to determine his successor. The council also does not discount Muhyiddin making a comeback as the Prime Minister, said Bersatu Supreme Council member Edin Shazli. Muhyiddin was absent during the meeting. UMNO's Zahid Hamidi is hurt that some of you are accusing him of wanting to be Prime Minister. According to him, it never crossed his mind. UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the accusations that he was eyeing the Prime Minister's post have hurt his feelings. He said it never crossed his mind to nominate himself as the next Prime Minister, even though he is leading one of the largest parties. This comes after Zahid orchestrated Muhyiddin Yassin's fall as the Prime Minister and the collapse of the Perikatan Nasional Government after he and 14 other UMNO MPs withdrew their support. Zahid said UMNO will be proposing a number of candidates to succeed Muhyiddin, but did not reveal them. He added that the party has a wide and long experience in governance. He also urged all UMNO leaders to close ranks in an apparent reference to UMNO Vice President Ismail Sabri Yaakob's faction, who had backed Muhyiddin until the end. Ismail Sabri had positioned himself as a potential prime ministerial candidate by rallying support from MPs, but this did not sit well with UMNO, as he had yet to receive a formal endorsement. It is unclear if Ismail Sabri's name will be included in UMNO's formal list of candidates.
Good Morning G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning G-Sure helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
We could be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to politics, and we're also starting to see improvements with COVID-19 as more people are vaccinated.
Malaysia has reported 19,631 new COVID-19 cases today. Based on the latest figures, the Klang Valley appears to be charting a downtrend, with less than 8,000 cases reported for the second day in a row. Selangor reported 5,753 new cases, followed by Sabah with 2,000 cases, Kedah with 1,863 and Kuala Lumpur with 1,765. In a separate development, Health Ministry Director General Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah said today that the Lambda variant of COVID-19 has not been detected in Malaysia yet. He said the latest genomic screening showed all 43 samples were of the Delta variant as the dominant variant of concern.
If you believe in free speech, you may also want to believe in the Sedition Act and the Communications and Multimedia Act because it's very real. 4 individuals have been charged for insulting the Governor of Malacca, Muhammad Ali Rustam. This comes after several individuals were investigated for sedition over comments left on Ali Rustam's Twitter post of his visit to Kesang Tua, where Filipino Olympic gold medalist weightlifter Hidilyn Diaz had trained last year. Muhammad Hermi Rahim, Muhammad Ali Aswad, Muhammad Hafizuddin Rahmat and Ahmad Zaki Yamani Zainun were charged under Section 2331A of the Communications and Multimedia Act for spreading offensive content online. The trigger for the probe was a single tweet by one Azfarul Naim on Twitter, which was merely captioned with 3 question marks. The charges were read before Judge Mazia Johari Muhammad Tajuddin at the Malacca Sessions Court. All 4 accused were later released on bail with a bond of 5,000 ringgit after pleas from the defence lawyers to lower the initial amount from 15,000 ringgit. All 4 accused were ordered to report to their nearest police station on the first day of every month until the next mention of their cases on September 22nd. If they are found guilty, they can be fined up to 50,000 ringgit or jailed up to 1 year or both. And that is all for me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to Malaysiakini.com. I'm Prasad Michael. Thank you for watching.